He's climbing in your windows, he's snatching your people up.
Oh, Spice body spray makes you smell like power!
Teachers have souls.
It was 2010. Smartphones still rocked physical keyboards. 4chan and Tumblr were the hottest places on the internet, and the word meme finally crashed the mainstream. Rage comics in your browser, more viral videos than Charlie had fingers to bite, and we had pop culture moments that would resonate in memes for years to come, like the introduction of Minions with Despicable Me. Little did we know that they'd be making up the Never Goon Squad many years later. We had debuts from some of the biggest YouTubers, like Jenna Marbles and PewDiePie. And we were introduced to so many new memes. Memes that have since become an integral part of pop culture in general. Memes of all shapes and sizes and genres, from all different emerging platforms on the web, some of which don't even exist anymore. We had the crudest forms of memes, like rage faces, comics, and copypastas, and we had a ton of image memes, advice animals, photoshops, reaction gifs, and, more than ever before, the emergence of waves of viral videos that would become memes in and of themselves. Some even being turned into legendary bangers due to the public's newfound access to Autotune technologies. So where do we begin? Let's kick it off with one of the most iconic memes of all time, the meme whose definition and connotations have since shifted in ways that nobody would have been able to predict. Of course, we're talking about Doge. In 2010, Doge wasn't a government organization. It wasn't even a meme coin. It was just an image of this sweet pupper. The phenomenon of Doge began on February 13th, 2010, when Japanese kindergarten teacher Atsuko Sato posted several photos of her rescued Shiba Inu Kabuso to her personal blog. The images spread to Reddit and 4chan, and would acquire various sorts of Doggolingo captions that were much millennial, very cringe. Doge was an example of a type of meme called an advice animal. In Doge's case, it's quite literal, but it doesn't have to be an animal. They're generally a single image with big white impact font text on top and a two-line setup punchline. The template started in 2006 with Advice Dog, and by 2010, it had mutated into every personality on the internet. Wolves for courage, penguins for social fails, even movie stills were being cranked out like chocolate from the Wonka factory.
Would you like to see?
Yeah. Or like condescension from Wonka himself. That's right, condescending Wonka was first seen in 2010, as well as several other versions of advice animals straight from movies or TV, as memers used them as a way to capture moments from popular IPs without having to use video footage. For example, this moment from Futurama,
"Shut up and take my money,"
turned into this popular advice animal meme. The History Channel brought us Ancient Aliens, a favorite among conspiracy theorists to this day.
All around the world, we have
And we also had this moment brought to you by Bear Grylls.
And the only thing I can do is to drink my own pee.
A favorite among those into Europhilia. And Facebook was at its peak in 2010, gifting us with Annoying Facebook Girl, usually displayed with back then relevant captions like, write personal problems and status, say you don't want to talk about it when someone asks. Ugh, she totally would too. In 2010, meme creators were starting to have access to better tools like Photoshop, meaning in addition to advice animals, we also got Photoshop memes. For example, this photograph of Tiger Woods hitting a golf ball went viral, but people seemed to care less about the swing and more about the random guy in the crowd with a cigar in his mouth. Thus, he was dubbed Cigar Guy, and his face was plastered on top of all other kinds of images one could imagine. One user even turned the entire original image into just a sea of cigar guys. Photoshop memes often focused on celebrities because, due to paparazzi, there are random candids of these kinds of people everywhere on the internet, and sometimes they don't look as cheerful as we might imagine their Hollywood lifestyle should make them. Like Keanu Reeves, who was captured by the Paps looking, I guess, somewhat discontent, and dubbed Sad Keanu by the internet, who then photoshopped him into all kinds of potentially sadness-inducing situations. But the internet needs balance, and having Sad Keanu so prevalent on the timeline inspired users to seek out Happy Keanu, which received equal but opposite Photoshop meme treatment, and served as a reminder that people's emotions can change, I guess. Happy Keanu is a somewhat similar image to Strutting Leo, who also appeared on the meme scene in 2010. With a smug little grin on his face, Leo DiCaprio was seen strutting through Mordor, the Parted Red Sea, the Twilight Saga, and all kinds of other locales. I'm so lucky me. Speaking of taking random PNG stills of celebrities and placing them in various settings, 2010 also gifted us with Brody Quest. Not a Photoshop meme, but a crudely animated viral video that featured this still of Oscar-winning actor Adrian Brody just bopping across the entire universe. Adrian Brody has admitted he knows about Brody Quest and appreciates the meme, even if he doesn't quite understand it.
That's the extent of the manipulation. I enjoy it. Yeah, I mean.
Brody Quest would also inspire a number of other Quest videos made in a similar style. 2010 was also a big year for ads, many of which became repurposed as memes because people either absolutely loved them or absolutely hated them. Sometimes it's hard to tell which. Like this over-the-top animated Japanese commercial for Giga Pudding that had all of 4chan saying pooty pooty. No, literally, one day 4chan just replaced all of their text with pooty pooty. Brands at this time were starting to reflect meme culture by making weird and irreverent ads, hoping to catch the internet's attention, and one brand certainly achieved its goal. That brand was Old Spice. Old Spice gave us Terry Crews unleashing his unhinged
Power!
as well as Isaiah Mustafa being the man your man can smell like, and also being on a horse.
Anything is possible when your man smells like Old Spice and not a lady. I'm on a horse.
Speaking of spicy shirtless men, while many memes were coming up on forums and social media, some memes were coming from the side of the internet we're not supposed to talk about, like Ricardo Milos, a Brazilian adult model known for his, erotic dance video. But it wasn't uploaded to YouTube or Reddit. This one was originally uploaded to a site called Jockbutt. From the title, I'm sure you can imagine the other contents of the site. From there, the video was shared to the Japanese hosting site NND under the title Danced Like a Butterfly. NND users inserted Ricardo dancing into their videos and even posted animated videos emulating his butterfly-like moves.
Alright.
Many memes evolved from internet comics, and the earliest of these meme comics were called Rage Faces. We had already been introduced to Trollface and Rage Guy, but 2010 brought us some iconic new faces to join their ranks. Forever Alone is considered one of the first major Rage comic spin-off characters to be created after the original Rage Guy, which first sprang up on 4chan in 2009. Forever Alone, however, first appeared on Funny Junk as part of a 4-panel comic about prank texting your ex for April Fool's Day. Literal, classic Forever Alone behavior. Then there's Why You Know Guy. You know, the guy that texted you and wants to know why you no text back. Fun fact, the face on this Rage comic was taken from a 2002 issue of the Japanese manga Gantz. And then we have Me Gusta. Netizens were appropriating the Spanish term for I like to describe all their freaky little habits, to the point where it got a little creepy. This is exactly what illustrator May Oswald said she was trying to encapsulate with the Me Gusta rage face.
The Me Gusta face is a representation of some sort of sick, twisted perversion that the sicko is deriving pleasure from. That is the official version of what I think that face represents. Whatever's going on in that person's head, it's not family friendly.
Needless to say, this one had its fair share of somewhat disturbing uses. Rage faces weren't the only kind of comics permeating meme culture in 2010. Webcomics were huge too. 2010 saw the introduction of cartoonist Adam Ellis's blog, which would go on to create some viral memes. And Ali Brosh's webcomic Hyperbole and a Half would inspire all the internet to repeat all the things. YouTube in 2010 was a common founding place of memes, some coming straight from music videos, which some pretty big artists had started sharing on the platform. One of these big artists, Insane Clown Posse. In April of 2010, they uploaded the music video for their song Miracles to YouTube, and memers found it magnetic. How did that work? The song had a bunch of insane lines, as you'd expect from such a posse of clowns. The lyrics are generally mocked for their disdain for science, particularly the line,
Magnets, how do they work?
The song turned all of the juggalos into terrorists, posing meme hypotheses across the web. Insane Clown Posse weren't the only musicians sparking memes in 2010. How could that be when Eurovision exists? After it was uploaded to YouTube, the internet noticed something pretty epic in the 2010 Eurovision performance submission from Moldova. That's Sergei Stepanov, playing for the Moldovan dance pop trio Sunstroke Project. But you may know him as Epic Sax Guy. The internet loved him and would plaster his silhouette across memes and GIFs and all things epic. And that brings us to the memes that didn't start out as musical, but would eventually become bangers so catchy they occasionally pop back into our heads and haunt us still. Of course, I mean the rise of the Autotune meme. And you can't talk about Autotune memes without talking about the Gregory brothers and Antoine Dodson. Dodson was just a man whose sister had just experienced a traumatic event. He bravely told an inquiring reporter what happened and provided this warning to the public about a bed intruder.
Y'all need to hide your kids hide your wife.
Instead of heeding the warning, that public did not hide their kids. They did not hide their wife. They just turned Dodson's video into a viral meme. A meme that was reinvigorated when the Gregory brothers, aka Shmoyoho, auto-tuned that piece of news, producing the Bed Intruder song.
Oh, y'all need to hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your kids, hide your wife.
But this wasn't the Gregory brothers' only mega hit of 2010. They also sprinkled their meme song magic on Gregory McMillan, a gubernatorial candidate that year who the internet loved for his incredibly succinct and memeable platform.
As a karate expert, I will not talk about anyone up here because our children can't afford to live anywhere. Nowhere. There's nowhere to go. Once again, why? You said it, the rent is too damn high.
Thank you, Mr. McMillan.
People were quick to point out that it wasn't just the rent that was too damn high, and the Gregory brothers' spin on his spiel would have renters everywhere singing along, and landlords everywhere covering their ears.
Damn, the rent is too damn high. 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 Rent is too damn high. The rent is too damn high.
Unlike McMillan, not everyone could show their patriotism by running for governor. Instead, in 2010, netizens did so by becoming Navy SEALs. Not actually, of course, but people started claiming to be a Navy SEAL to strangers online via this highly aggressive copypasta. The copypasta was a bit frightening, but not so creepy as to be deemed a creepypasta, unlike the horrifying lore of the mysterious Minecraft creepypasta character, Herobrine. Herobrine was an eerie story of a player encountering an empty-eyed, mysterious figure in Minecraft who started messing with their builds. The story was, of course, fake, but it spread around the Minecraft community, with users adding lore and even orchestrating hoaxes to try to convince people it was real. Wow, a digital character that isn't supposed to be there. Terrifying. At least I assume it would be for whatever dev would have to fix such a bug. Anyway, clearly a lot of scary stuff was happening on the internet in 2010, and it gets scarier. That's right, soulless creatures called gingers were uploading their own videos, trying to convince you they were actually just like you. I'm talking, of course, about the infamous viral video where YouTuber Coppercab passionately tries to defend his creed.
Ginger people do have souls, all right? I'm red hair. I have red hair. I got red hair, and I'm proud of it.
And even scarier was the cyberbullying controversy surrounding Jesse Slaughter. Not scary because anyone was slaughtered, but cyberbullying can be genuinely scary. And so can Jesse's dad. The 11-year-old girl was relentlessly harassed on forums like 4chan and Tumblr, leading her father to get on a camera, threatening her harassers, claiming he had contacted the cyber police and that consequences would never be the same.
You bunch of lying, no good punks. And I know who it's coming from because I backtraced it. And I know who's emailing and who's doing it. And you've been reported to the cyber police and the state police. So you better write one more thing or screw with my computer again. You'll be arrested because you done goofed.
Not all of the viral 2010 uploads were of angry or upset users. Some went viral for being so perfectly pure and wholesome they couldn't help but fill you with joy, like the joy of seeing a double rainbow all the way across the sky. People fell in love with YouTuber Paul Vasquez after his emotional reaction to seeing this natural phenomenon at Yosemite National Park.
Double rainbow. Oh my God. It's a double rainbow all the way. Whoa, that's so intense. Whoa! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Woo! What does this mean? Oh! 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 It's so beautiful.
You may say nature can be pretty epic. And speaking of epic, in 2010, this video of a public altercation went viral. Netizens didn't focus on the absurdity of the public fight between two grown adult men, or the fact that one of their t-shirts said, "I am a mother," but instead they chose to focus on this man's epic beard, dubbing him Epic Beard Man. I hope he and Epic Sax Guy went on to have a child who would learn sax and grow a beard and be automatically the most epic person on Earth. I know that's not how biology works, don't ruin this for me. So that was 2010. It had its fair share of epicness, handfuls of irony, a whole lot of autotune, and cringe behavior before cringe was even a common term. As meme culture continues to fold in on itself, we may see more and more of these referenced in new memes. It's important to reflect on how exactly we got to this moment in time, even if that road was paved with rage faces and advice animals. Do you think the internet was less woke in 2010 than it is in 2025? Would Jesse Slaughter and Epic Beardman still go viral today? And if they did, would it be for the same reasons? How exactly do you think memes have changed in the last 15 years? Let us know in the comments, and make sure to like and subscribe for the latest in meme culture. Next stop, 2011, where Nyan Cat takes flight and the world starts planking. See you there.